Warning, folks, warning. Elizabeth delved into the book section of Amazon.com and also went to Barnes & Noble. So naturally, books were bought here. Oh, forgot one. BRB. It's technically a textbook, but... So, I had to go to school yesterday. So, there's a really cool bookstore near my school. I went there for one book. I came out with 4. And then on Amazon, I went in for one book. And I came out with 3. So I have some new reads. I'm so excited. I haven't actually read modern books in a long time. I've been reading classics for a while, and 3 of these are classics. So we will get into it. So the one that is my textbook is Walden and Civil Disobedience and Other Works by Thoreau. This revived is... I'm just going to read some of the back cover. I'm going to skim it for you guys. This revised and expanded 3rd edition adds 3 important post-Walden essays, Slavery in Massachusetts, Walking and Wild Apples, bringing the full scope of Thoreau's mature powers to the 21st century reader. I've read Walden before. This is for my English 101 honors class. Second book I got was #GirlBoss. If you're a girl boss, you read this book. This is the only book out of the ones that I have that I've already started reading. I'm on page 45, How I Became a #GirlBoss. This is by Sophia Amuroso. If you don't know who she is, or if you haven't seen this book anywhere, I don't know where you've been living, you've been under a rock. It's basically this rags to riches story. I'm reluctant to say that. Sophia Amuroso was not a good student. She didn't want a job. She only started getting a job because she got a hernia. And she built Nasty Gal. If you don't know what Nasty Gal is, it's an online retailer for really cool clothes. And she started it, and it started out as an eBay store, and then she sort of launched this whole multi-million-dollar brand, and she is a #GirlBoss. Boom! If you're a woman and you like women, and you like women being empowered, read that book. Next we have The Prince and Other Writings by Niccolo Machiavelli. If you didn't study The Prince in world history, it's basically this book that this guy wrote in the Renaissance. It's like, defining human nature as inherently selfish, Machiavelli proposes that social conflict and violence are natural phenomena that help determine the ablest and most versatile form of government. Basically, his view is it's better to be feared than loved, and I think any person who wants to, or any woman that wants to be like a successful leader, should read both The Prince and GirlBoss. I mean, they're like, The Prince is a little bit, I don't want to say radical, but it's a little bit esoteric. Next we have Gillian Flynn, Gone Girl and Sharp Objects. I'm reading Gone Girl because I wanted to read it before the book, or before the movie happens. Then I also have Sharp Objects, which is, she has 3 books, and this is the one that's actually sounded the most interesting to me. Fresh from a brief stay at a psych hospital, reporter Camille Preaker faces a troubling assignment. She must return to her tiny hometown to cover the murders of 2 preteen girls. Camille finds herself identifying with the young victims a bit too strongly. Dogged by her own demons, she must unravel the psychological puzzle of her own past if she wants to get to this story and survive this homecoming. What's Gone Girl say? I think everybody has heard things of Gone Girl. I don't know. It says things on the back. I can't read you the... Oh, there we go. It's in the inside. On a warm summer morning in North Carthage, Missouri, it's Nick and Amy Dunn's 5th wedding anniversary. Presents are being wrapped and reservations are being made when Nick's clever and beautiful wife disappears. As the police begin to investigate in the town, Golden Boy parades a series of lies, deceits, and inappropriate behavior. Nick is oddly evasive and is definitely bitter, but is he really a killer? Now, I read the synopsis for this book already. I know what happens. I do that a lot. I just want to see how things happen. I don't care if I know what happens. I just want to see how it happens. Because obviously a synopsis can't tell you everything. Obviously a synopsis can't... Synapses. Next I got was 12 Years a Slave by Solomon Northup. You've seen the movie, won the Golden Globe last year. Did it win the Golden? I think it also won the Golden Globe, but I meant to say Oscar. This is basically a... Is that a sticker? This is basically a memoir of a man who was a freed African-American man in the 1800s, and he was captured and sold into slavery, even though he was born free, and he was a slave for 12 years a slave. There must have been some misapprehension, some unfortunate mistake, writes Northup. It cannot be that a free citizen of New York, who had wronged no man, nor violated any law, should be dealt with this inhumanly. I'm excited to read this. I loved the movie. The movie is so compelling. If you guys don't know, I'm a film major. So I try to read as many books that are film things as I can. And then the final book I got was Jojo Moyes, The Girl You Left Behind. This was on a display. I did not go in with the express purpose of wanting to read this. I've actually never heard of it, but I read the back cover and it was very compelling. So I'll read you the back. France, 1960. Sophie Lafarge. Okay, that's French. That's French. Sophie must keep her family safe while her adored husband, Edouard, fights on the front. When her town falls to the Germans in the midst of World War I, she is forced to serve them every evening at her hotel. From the moment she is the new commandant, sets eyes on Sophie's portrait, painted by her artist husband, a dangerous obsession is born. One that will lead Sophie to make a dark and terrible decision. I'm gonna be honest, that's the part that hooked me. USA Today says, delicious. With characters so clearly imagined, they leap off the pages. Oh, Jojo, you look like a nice person. Oh, there's a prequel called Honeymoon in Paris. Okay, so these are the books that I bought. Thanks for watching. Follow me on social media. Go live your life, folks.